It's the time we hammer.
Hello, welcome to Time with Hammer. It's been a while since you saw me on this show. Today I have a guest who is a philanthropist, a musician, energy master, entertainer, and an actress, Milana May. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we can speak a bit of our language.
Yeah, I have been learning from the kids.
It's been like 6 weeks since you've been in this country.
Yeah. Fefefe.
Fefe, beautiful.
Yes. I mean, I had to learn that word because I was coming here. I was like, I want to look fefefe.
You want to look beautiful, nice,
yes.
gorgeous.
Yes, yes.
Cute.
Yes.
Okay, so Milana, where are you from?
I was born in Siberia, which is the coldest region of the country of Russia.
Okay.
It's covered, well, not the whole year round, but there's a lot of snow, meaning from the ground, it's pretty high up. And it gets so cold that your fingertips freeze. And I come back home like this, and my mom just puts me in the hot water like this. And that's a normal day. So now I'm here in Africa, which is the hottest place on Earth. I mean, Africa has the equator. So it's like a big transition.
How many African countries have you visited so far?
Okay, I've been to South Africa, of course, Uganda, Morocco, and Ghana.
So you go there as a tourist just for sightseeing, or?
No, I don't ever do nothing tourist. It's always project. It's always creativity. I'm always involved in something creative everywhere I go. I can't stop.
Tell me about your music career. How did it start?
I just started by picking up a tiny little microphone and recording a freestyle, and my best friend listened to it and she says, "Oh my God, I have to put something out." She puts it out, it becomes a sensation locally first, then regionally. Then I have an opportunity to travel to United States. Everything happens very fast. I barely have a chance to process what's actually going on in my life. I'm so young and things are just going like this. And I come to United States and I have my own recording studio there. And it's not just singing. Now it's singing, songwriting. I'm recording myself. I'm mixing. I'm producing music. I'm doing everything. That's just unimaginable journey. And then after a while, feeling that, I don't want to do this on my own anymore. I want to be a part of something bigger. And that's when I partnered up for a music duo with Axel Teslev, who is a #1 played artist of Finland, an extremely talented artist that he makes ethno-electronica. It's electronic music with influences from all over the world, countries from all over the world. So that felt very aligned. So we started working and we created a project called Theonis, which hasn't been released yet, but this is something that we are preparing, and we already recorded the full album, and every song I'm singing in a different language. And even within each song, I'm singing in different languages. And a lot of those languages are tribal languages, unheard languages that, you can only hear in the song. It's majorly influenced by African rhythms and chants. And so, yeah, it's been very exciting.
So how many languages so far have you learned?
Okay, I speak fluent Russian because that's where I was born. I speak English in fluent perfection. I now speak Spanish. And I'm learning French because a lot of African countries speak French. So it's important for me. So I started to learn French. And I'm speaking a little bit of Zulu and Xhosa.
Because South Africa, right?
Yes, because I'm working on Amampiano.
Piano.
It's my favorite genre, music.
What is so special about Amampiano?
Amampiano is the music that moves the soul.
Is it the bars?
It's the music that moves the heart. It's the music of the ocean. It's the music that has flow in it. So Amampiano is the music that can take a human being from one place in their life and flow it human into another place in their life. It's a transitional, it's a transformational. It's just engraved in the music because South Africa in itself, the position of it on the globe, where it is, the ocean there is so powerful. It's very moving. So the music is fused with that energy of the land.
Okay.
And all the people and the producers, that I've been, these producers have been part of my life now and played a big role in my preparations for this event, for this swim that we're going to talk about. This music is what has me swimming for 6 hours in a row across the largest natural lake in West Africa. And when people ask me, you've been in the water for 6 hours, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm listening to the mixes, from my friends, So Matrix, Causa de Small, DJ Maporisa, MFR Souls, and others, many amazing producers that have been great support in this journey. Amampiano music is the music that brought me to Africa. And that when I was making the first decision to come to Africa, I didn't know anybody in Africa. I mean, this is the reality. Since 5 years old, I knew I'm going to do lots of work in Africa, since 5.
What did you see in Africa then?
Well, my father put me in my ears, since 5 years old, music that was produced by a band called Deep Forest. They're French, but they used West African chants, mixed it with electronic sounds, and I was listening to that as a kid all day, every day, nonstop. So I listened to African chants my whole childhood. And I sang all of them by heart. At that time, I didn't even know that they were West African chants. So it was imprinted in my subconscious. Yeah. And as I started growing up, I just, if you look at my music studio in New York that I had, it's all covered with African masks, African everything. And I don't even know why. I don't know why. It's just, these are facts.
But then you haven't visited Africa before?
Never.
Wow.
So this is all happening on its own I'm not the doer here. It's the higher power does something through me. I'm just experiencing, whoa, I don't even know why I have all this around me. And even my circle, friends, African descent people, that I vibe with, that we do things that played crucial, essential points in my life, pivotal times, but were there for me. So all of that together, and I always knew this is where I'm going and going to be doing philanthropical work and music and all other stuff, but with the element of philanthropy in it. So if the element of why are we the purpose, why are we doing that? Like if it's music, what is it going to be about? If it's fashion, what is it going to be about? So when I was making a decision about where to go in Africa, so the first was South Africa, which is the music, and then South Africa brought me to Ghana now. It's like and my relationship with Ghana has started many years ago, like 10 years ago. It's a little step-by-step Ghana. What's that? And I started developing a product with ingredients of which grow in Ghana. These are the plants that grow here, and I have been putting them on my body every day for a long time. So I fused Ghana in my body before I even came here.
So you are white, but you're an African.
But the interesting. So, yeah, well, that's what some people make jokes. We believe that your father is African. I'm like, yeah, I mean, not too far-fetched. You probably believe. So, yeah, and I came to Ghana, and all of the amount of support that I have been receiving here in Ghana since I came here, I have not experienced. I think this
You're number one.
I think this is, yeah. I mean, I have to be honest. Like, this is next level. The amount of, it's like I feel like as if I am being supported by this strong tree with roots, and I'm just on it. That's how, when I swim across that Bosomtwe lake,
Yeah.
I feel completely supported.
Before you came to Ghana, what did you know about the lake Bosomtwe?
So, all I knew is that I'm going to Ghana, and I have to be by the water. I'm a fish, I'm a mermaid. Mermaid has to be by the water. But I was invited to Kumasi. So I'm like, well, there's only one water I know of, there's Accra, but then I know there's gotta be a lake.
Okay.
So I almost feel like I'm a dowser. You know how a dowser works? They go like zzz with the dowsing equipment, and then they douse water. So I douse water. That's what I knew about Bosomtwe, that it's somewhere there. So I looked on the map, and okay, well, Kumasi is here, and Bosomtwe is here, and it's formed by a meteorite.
Yeah.
It's a crater, natural lake. Now, it's a rarity. It's a privilege to be on that. Like, it's one of those things that exist that is a special, it's like a vortex of energy. This is a unique environment. So precious nature.
Okay.
When I swim in that lake, I can feel all that there, So once I came to the lake, I came with open mind, and the boys took me on a boat, and I said, I'm going to swim across this lake.
Just like that.
Just like that. And they looked at me and they're like, this girl is crazy. And I'm like, well, not too crazy. Like, let me show you. So I said, drop me off here, and I'm going to swim to Coco Village Resort just on my own. Mm-hmm. Like pretty far away. Yeah. Maybe it was like they dropped me off like a 30-minute swim or something. And they followed to make sure I'm okay. So when I swam, they were like, okay, yeah, so she can swim. That was the beginning of it. And then I just said, well, I'm really going to do it. And we decided to really do it.
And you have decided to swim from which town to the other town?
Yeah. So decided to swim from Abono, of course.
Yeah.
To Ankasi. And from Ankasi back to Abono.
Yeah.
That's a whole next level too.
Why did you decide to take this risk? I'll call it risk because nobody has done it before. You're going to be the first person to swim the lake in and out. How are you going to do it?
So, it's funny you say risk, right?
You don't see it as risk?
No.
It's risky.
Right. So, you mentioned, we talk about Energy Master.
Energy
right?
Master, yes.
Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about that because I feel like people don't even know what that means. Like, what is Energy Master? What is she talking about? That's something, right? So, I'm not a professional swimmer.
You're not a professional
I never
swimmer.
trained professionally to swim.
Just
not
swim
a
for
day.
fun.
Yes. But I'm an energy master who is the swimmer. That's what makes the difference. Energy mastery, it's everything. It's the well-being of my physical body,
right.
The well-being of my emotional body, of my mental body, and my spirit.
Okay.
The well-being of all is the energy master. So when I swim across, like, you realize it's not just about physical. Mm-hmm. So when you talk about risk, for me, there's no risk because mentally, I am in a mastery state.
Okay.
I don't have any fear. It's flow. Emotionally, there's no anxiety. It's calmness. It's serenity. It's tranquility. It's total meditation.
Okay.
Spiritually, I'm connected with the lake. I'm connected with all the elements. I'm connected with the nature around it. And physically, I mean, you've probably seen some videos on my Instagram.
So are you saying
Stuff like with the knife and then with the fans and with my kinetic unity rods and then breath techniques. I mean, I train, that's what I do on Nabona Beach and at Jafu and, you know, the work that I did in Uganda with my nonprofit Guruma University, I train children all of these techniques and they take on like this and their lives transform. That's why I came to Africa, because I realized that African continent can definitely use some support in the wellness sector. In the wellness sector, just extra awareness about how do we have wellness that is not produced by medical drugs, but that's produced on the inside. Okay. That's a preventative type of wellness that we have naturally. Our immune system is strong. So I teach not just the physical, but the emotional, mental, everything. So once we get to that level of focus, precision, and inner mastery, swimming across Bosomtwe Lake is like peanuts.
So, per what you are saying, the lake and its environs, they see you as one of their own.
I am one with the lake. When I swim in the lake, I feel the bottom, the top, the middle, the sides, the trees, the birds, the air, the wave, the current, the vibrate, everything. I'm a fish, I'm a mermaid, I have a tail, I have a fin. At that point, I'm not a human being.
You communicate with them?
Yeah.
And how do you get their response?
It's I mean, look, if we're talking about people who have relationship with, say, God.
Okay.
It's a, you know.
What's your religion?
It's a relationship.
What's
like
your
you and I have a relationship right now. We're having a conversation. Like we have a family relationship. We have connection.
Right.
All of these are relationships. So I just look at relationships a little bit deeper than just regular understanding. To me, everything is a relationship. I can have a relationship with this water right here. It's all a relationship. I look at the world around me as a living being. Everything to me is a living. This love for nature has been fostered in me from that understanding. That's why I'm able to assist in the environmental matters right now around Lake Bosomtwe, because I look at the tree like a living being. I treat it like I would treat my family member. I treat the grass. When I see that the waste management can be improved, I see that it's going to help to improve the relationship. So there's that deep connection with nature, and it comes from just a relationship, and that's what I'm fostering in these children, creating a deeper love and relationship between a human being and the nature around. And then everything starts to become, it's all solved within that love. Nothing needs to be pushed anymore. Nothing needs to be forced anymore. It's a natural solution of love that produces a positive outcome when it comes to how we preserve our nature, how we preserve the ecosystem. And international reserve, I mean, this is only one lake in Ghana that our humanity has on planet Earth. Even though I wasn't born in Ghana, it doesn't matter where I was born. We still have only one lake, Bosomtwe, that's in Ghana, and only one ecosystem like that in Ghana that is worth to be loved.
What's your religion?
Religion?
Are you a Christian? Are you a Muslim? Are you this and that?
So, when I was a child, I went to church. My parents, you know,
as Christians.
I did all of that. Yes.
Okay.
And you know, in Siberia, we have a different. It's like Orthodox. There's all these different ways, right?
Churches.
But very quickly, in the childhood, I already realized that, wait a minute, it's all the same. Meaning there's a common thread among all of the different religions, the different views. And it's love.
Okay.
And it's relationship of love. Having that love to myself, to people around me, to beyond people, nature around me, and then connection to something bigger. These are the same principles that throughout all of the beliefs. So beliefs is one thing, but I want to tell you this, I'm about practice. There's a difference between belief and practice, right? So I can say, I believe that A, B, and C. That's one thing. You sit on the couch and you believe.
Right.
Great. I'm not there. I'm like, let's go and practice.
Okay.
Today we're starting a cleaning project in Ajafo. I get 60
one of the
children.
towns, okay.
One of the towns. Yes, this is where I'm staying currently. I look at these people like my people. This is my family because we're all together in it. So today we're starting a cleaning project. I get together 60 kids and I'm like, okay, let's get the trash bag, let's clean all this lake up, let's do it. And we do it and we're having fun, and then we eating cookies afterwards, and we talk, and I talk about and foster that love for the nature, explain to them why it's important. So they don't feel like they're doing it because somebody said to do it. They do it because they start to understand that, oh,
you're not treating the lake well.
We are guests. Humans are guests in the nature's home. I come to anybody's house, I treat it with the greatest respect that I can, with greatest reverence. And that's a norm. That's a value. So I assist children to see that and understand that. And once that's there, that's where the change is.
Where do you get all this inspiration from to do what you're doing?
That was a good question. Okay, well, I feel like once a human being, anybody, starts living a healthy life, it comes naturally. And when I say healthy life, I mean healthy life. I don't drink alcohol at all. I don't smoke anything at all. I don't do any drugs at all. I eat super healthy. I train, exercise, move my body all the time. I'm constantly observing the balance between elements. There's got to be water, air, fire, earth. The elements have to be balanced. If I'm far away from water for too long, I can feel I'm out of balance. I have to bring myself to balance. Once that's there, it's like a plant that grows on its own. You know how plants, you don't have to do anything. They just start growing on their own. My family owns a farm. I grew up on the farm back in Siberia. It's one of the things, we were a part of. I know how to grow every single vegetable that currently we eat in Ghana, the green pepper, the tomato, the cucumber, all of them that I grew all of them, I know how to grow all of them. So I've observed how the growth works. That there's a natural process to growth without forcing anything. But the conditions have to be right. So answering your questions, how I get inspiration, I create the balanced conditions, and then I allow this to just grow. And I give love, and I give love, and I give love, and I continue to give love. And points of time when I feel like I'm depleted and can't give love, I pause, I bring myself to balance, and then I come back to give love. And that's all I can do in this lifetime. Every day when I go to bed and I lay down, I tell you one thing. If that's the last day of my life that I live, I know that I've lived a good life, I've lived an amazing day, and I've done everything right and well and good. I'm at peace.
Okay, so we have our guest, Milana May, telling us about herself, her project here in Ghana, and what she's going to do at the lake. She's going to be the first person to swim the lake to and fro from one village to the other. I'll be back.
It's the time with Hammer.